Victory, Puppy Ziggy! I'd give you 16 of these, but I'm afraid you'd barf all over the house. Team Canada wins! 16-2 over Team Germany, who only had 14 players. God. Hey, Steve Dangle here. I usually do a video after every Leaf game, but there aren't any Leaf games yet, so I'm going to do Team Canada videos until then. And for some of you, you might be like, oh, these videos should be easier to stomach than his Leaf ones. And for others, you might say, actually, that sounds worse. Regardless, here's the thing. The beginning of last night's game between Team Canada and Germany was a struggle for me as a fan. Because there's the hockey fan that wants to see a lot of goals, but also see a tight game, so already that's conflicting. Because I also want to see Team Canada play well. If the Canada-Germany game was a 6-5 Canada win in overtime, it probably would have been more entertaining, but after the fact, we would have been like, Germany had half a team, why was it so close? And right out of the gate, this game's the Wild West. Just bang, bang, back and forth. Canada has a chance. Germany has a chance. They actually looked dangerous early on. I counted Canada with 3 legitimate scoring chances before the 2-minute mark of the game, and finally, they score to make it 1-0. This one coming off an absolute snipe from 6'2" defenseman Caden Gooley, a first-round pick, 16th overall, the Montreal Canadiens from 2020. And big celebration, and he absolutely deserved it and everything, but in that moment, in the less than 2 minutes of hockey that I watched, I came away with 2 things. One, I'm going to go out on a limb and say Canada's going to win this game. But 2, I'm not going to get a realistic idea of how Team Canada is going to play at all from this game. It's cookies night. Team Germany, fully healthy, would put up a better fight, but they're probably not surviving a full-blown firefight with Team Canada, especially with 9 forwards and 5 defensemen, 14 skaters. But that's why we play the games. Maybe it was just a hotly contested first shift. Let's see how it goes. And about 5 minutes later, it's still 1-0. Hey, this is anybody's game. Let's not forget, Team Canada not necessarily playing shorthanded, but they are missing Kirby Dach, their captain. Let's not understate the impact of a guy like that. He was already playing in the National Hockey League. He probably wouldn't be available to this tournament this year if it weren't for gestures vaguely at the world. And beyond the fact that he's a good hockey player, one of the best that Canada has to offer at the junior level, he's the team's leader. That's got to impact a team. So, okay, Germany's got a shot. And, oh, don't look now, only a 1-0 lead and a Germany power play. Uh-oh. And Canada gets it out. Oh, whew, okay, it's safe. And the German goalie, Tiefense, he's out. He's playing the puck, and oh, no. Oh, I feel bad. Who else feels bad? Yay, Canada and everything, but this is the thing about the World Juniors, man. It's the best of the best, but it's still the junior level. If you watch any junior hockey outside of the World Juniors, you know, this can be a nightly occurrence. Not necessarily the goalie giving something away, but just something completely mystifying where you go, why? No, it's not exclusive to junior players. Dude, I know that. The team I cheer for had Cody Ceci on it last year, but it's still more common. And it takes more than one person. It takes one guy to make the mistake, and Dawson Mercer, the pride of Newfoundland, to take advantage of that mistake. He makes it 2-0 Canada, and the reaction of the German team, it's over. The game is over. Unless, of course, Canada makes a mistake of their own and they allow Germany back into the game, which, for a while, they did. German forward Jan-Lukas Schumacher, trying to exit his own zone, Braden Schneider lights him up like a Christmas tree, 5 in a game. Speaking of things that are a little more common in junior hockey, it seems like someone just gets obliterated like this at least once a tournament, and it's just such a needless hit. And if this is truly cookies night, if Canada is meant to score 1,000,000 goals in this game, now you don't get to participate in cookies night. No cookies for you. You got kicked out. And every time there's a hit like this, you're gonna get people, oh, what happened to hockey? Dude, no. This is a very difficult hit to defend. For Schumacher, you can't even argue, oh, he wasn't looking, he was admiring the puck. He does a quick check. He knows that Schneider is coming. He's made the decision to take the hit to make the play. He knows he's about to get hit, maybe even run over. Players make the decision to take a hit to make a play several times a game, but they assume the hit is going to be a certain way, mostly not directly to the head. I don't care how short or tall anyone involved is, you can't do that. You're not allowed. 5 in a game. What's he supposed to do? Great question. Not that. 5 in a game. Now, to the rest of the players on Team Canada's credit, that mistake sort of woke them up, made them realize, okay, we got to actually play a hockey game here. And honestly, for the most part, I thought their penalty kill was pretty good. Let's not forget this is a 5-minute major, but at some point you're gonna make a mistake. John Peterka gets the puck wide open. He just snipes it on Levi, and now it's a 1-goal game. Now you're gonna often hear the goalie should have had that, and I'm gonna talk about that later in this video. That's just a wicked bullet from Peterka. The second rounder of the Buffalo Sabres has 2 distinct advantages. One, he's actually been playing hockey this season, which a lot of the players on Team Canada haven't. And 2, he's been playing in the Austrian League against full-grown men. No, it's not the NHL, but they're professional hockey players. And to give you an idea of how good he is in that league, he's played 12 games, obviously, because of the World Juniors and everything, while his team has played 20. He's still third in team scoring. 16 points, 7 of which were goals in just 12 games in the Austrian League. You shouldn't be surprised when John Peterka scores. But shortly after, Canada kills off the rest of the power play. Philip Tomasino comes out of the box. He was serving that 5-minute major. Flies in, snipes it. Oh, it's not fair. The Preds first rounder from 2019 makes it 3-1. And while Germany brought it to within 1 on the 5-minute major with that goal, you just got the impression, no, it's over. Flurry to end the first period. Canada just pouring it on. Peyton Krebs. Canada scores, but it sounded like the horn went, and you gotta give Team Canada credit for this. This is a quick lesson in athletics. I was never really an athlete, you can tell, but in high school we did dragon boats. Basically a bunch of people in a boat trying to go fast that way. And if it was a photo finish, our coach just told us to celebrate like we won. Because this is high school athletics, not the Olympics. They don't have the technology. They're just gonna be like, oh, they won. Now, unfortunately for Team Canada, this isn't high school athletics, it's the World Juniors, and they do have the technology, so they review. The explanation was not great. Maybe not great. It was simple because we all thought there wasn't any time left, and they simply explained, actually there was. And we all kind of went, okay, we're not there. I'll take your word for it. 4-1 Canada after 1. And for the second period, Germany goes, all right, we got a plan. We're going to turn this whole thing around. We're gonna make a goaltending change. All right, let's go, boys! And we talked about wanting goals back. Canada scored 4, and Germany should have had 3 of them. The Mercer shot, shouldn't have even been a shot. It was clearly a mistake behind the net. That should have never gone in. It should have never had a chance to even been a shot. Tomasino, that's a snipe. Goulet, that's a snipe. But you'd like to have at least one of those. If you take away one of the 2 snipes and also the huge mistake behind the net, still only a 2-1 game. Germany's still losing, but it's a game. Second period, oof, Maroon. Mercer, Suzuki, Newhook again. Tomasino again. Cousins, Krebs again. 7 Canada goals in 1 period alone, and it's 11-1 for Canada after 2. Just throw in the towel. And to their credit, Germany didn't throw in the towel, which brings us to a topic of conversation that was big last night, and it seems to happen at least once a World Juniors. People were talking about sportsmanship and also the idea of a mercy rule. Team Canada, as far as I saw, they did their part. They stopped celebrating after every goal. The goal horn is not something they control, but I'm going to hear that in my dreams. For the Germans, perhaps they're nightmares. But you know, they're not old, but they've worked their whole lives to get to this point, and now they're here at the World Juniors, and they're scoring goals, and they're not even celebrating it. I think that should be commended. On the German side of things, because of COVID, they only have 9 forwards, 5 defensemen. You already know that. They only had 14 skaters. It's a brutal situation. Even more brutal, you're playing against Team Canada, who's got one of the most juiced rosters in the tournament. They always do. But even worse, they're in a back-to-back situation. And I saw some people talking about this shouldn't even be allowed. They shouldn't have had to play back-to-backs with only 14 skaters. Now, supposedly, I didn't see TSN say this, but enough people have explained that they did, that the Germans were offered the chance to reschedule, and they actually turned it down. They declined. So what is to be gained from this? I told the story in my book, but I'll tell a mini version of it here. I was at the 2010 World Juniors in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. And I was just having friendly banter with the lady who worked at the hotel gift shop, as one does. And she said, oh, did you hear about the Latvian player with the black eye? And I said, no, I have not. What's that story? Supposedly, he tried to dance with someone who was dating someone, and he didn't know that, and then that someone who the someone was dating punched him in the face. And I'm pretty sure Latvia lost a game by double digits in that tournament. I think they lost every game in that tournament, if I'm not mistaken. And I just imagine that particular Latvian player who got punched in the face returning home and just the conversation. So, how was Canada? How'd you enjoy the World Juniors? Well, we lost every game by an enormous margin, and on New Year's Eve I was punched in the face. So, why even go to a tournament like that? The simple answer is they want to. They want to be there. They want to try. Every year at the World Junior Hockey Championship, a bunch of the teams have never won gold in the tournament before. Some of them haven't even won a medal before. Even with guys like Peterka and Tim Stützle, who was a Studzela. He was unbelievable in this game, as unbelievable as you could be in a 16-2 loss. Team Germany was going to have a difficult time, even with a healthy roster. And Stützle is like banging his stick on the bench. He's furious. Why? Look at the score. The game was over half an hour ago. What are you freaking out about? Because he cares. He does. He cares. His whole team cares. His teammates care. Team Germany cares. Going to this tournament is a decision that the players, and literally because they're junior players, their parents had to make. And they decided, win or lose, we're going to go anyway. So for Team Germany in their situation, for any team, any player that shows up to the World Juniors, kudos to them. You're good enough to make this tournament, and you decided to play in it, even though the odds of you winning, not so good. But you generate memories that last a lifetime. Benjamin Kahns. He never played an NHL game in his life, but he was Switzerland's goalie at what was it, the 2011 World Juniors? 2010 maybe? Something like that. And he was unbelievable. And I still remember his name a decade later. Remember that time Team Canada beat Kazakhstan 16-0, I think it was? I don't remember a single goal from that game, but you know what I remember? That little guy on Team Kazakhstan hammering Tyler Myers. Myers is 6'8", and I want to say the guy who hit him was 5'4". It's one of the most surreal things I've ever seen. It was over a decade ago, and I still remember it. I don't remember the guy's name, no, but lots of people do, and I still remember what he did at the tournament. If only the winners showed up, there'd only be one team at the tournament every year, but that's not how it works. We watch for the unexpected. We didn't expect Canada to score with 5.4 seconds left against the Russians, but they did, and we remember it forever. Jordan Eberle has played in over 700 NHL games, scored over 200 NHL goals, and put up over 500 NHL points. And the most memorable goal of his entire life was scored at the World Juniors as a teenager in a non-gold medal game, and the goal didn't even win the game. But it's still one of the biggest, most memorable hockey moments of this hockey fan's life. I'm sure a bunch of you watching this video right now have a picture of this goal in your house somewhere. So the moral of the story with this loss is, I don't think there is a moral to the story. It's better luck next time. That's sports. I think it'd be more of a story if Germany was dirty, trying to lay dirty hits. The USA didn't get off so lucky in their game against Austria. If Canada were a big bunch of jerks, when it's 13-1 or something like that, but that didn't happen. This game worked out about the way it should have. The real shame here is that Germany only had 14 players. That's unfair to them. That game is not indicative of how good Germany is as a hockey nation, even at the junior level. They're far better than that, and most hockey fans know that. Now, if you want me to break down all the goals in the second period like I did in the first or the third, no. There were 16 of them, guys. No. I'd say 5-1 there early, and the second was the dagger. That's it. And now Canada's got to get ready for their game against Slovakia, which I think will be a much closer contest. So, what'd you think? Leave a comment in the comment box down below, but for now, that is it for this one. Thank you very much for watching. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. Tell all your friends. Maybe take the over next time.